Welcome, 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 everyone, to the most frightening, the most scary, the most wild Heat Press Nation episode yet. Legends, what is it called? Legends, Myths, and Scary Stories. I am your ghost host, Jared McGhosterson. Yes, that is my name. Oh, you guys, we're live. I was sorry, I was just having a little fun there. My bad. Hey, guys. It's Jared with Heat Press Nation. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. We're going to have some good times. Okay, I just want to give you guys all a heads up. We're in October, it's spooky season, and it's just, for the rest of the year, we just got that's what I love about the holidays. We just got fun episode after fun episode after fun episode. So what is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm ready to have a good time. I'm ready to give some stuff away, and I'm ready to talk about some really cool topics. That is legends, myths, and scary stories. We're talking about the truth behind heat pressing. That's card number one. By the way, shout out to our team here. I feel so legit when I have cue cards. You don't understand. It's a game changer. Anyways, today we do have two winners. We are having two prizes. Each of you winners are going to receive a $50 gift card to heatpressnation.com. But one of you will win live. So make sure you wait till. Actually, you're both going to win live. We have one winner from our live stream right now on YouTube. So one of our YouTube viewers will win live at the end of the episode. And in our Facebook group, anybody who was paying attention to the Facebook group earlier, Ronnie put out a prompt asking you guys to share your best scary stories. And I'm going to pick my favorite at the end of the episode. So I guess you still have time. If you're in the group, you still have time to comment your favorite scary story. I read through all of them already before we went on, but if there's some new ones, maybe I'll check in and see who the winner is. And then on YouTube, don't worry, I'll let you guys know how you could win live a little bit later in the episode. Now today I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff. You see, I got some gear here already on stage. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, a link to all these products, you can go to heat.press/live. Heat.press/live. You just type that into your browser URL bar, and then that'll take you straight to a straight link to all of these products. Let me get my phone out of frame. I just feel like it's unprofessional to have that. There we go. Boom. Save. And if you have any questions, I got my trusty iPad here. So feel free to comment away. Now I do see everybody's already tuning in. Roberta Sprouse says, love it. Thank you so much. Barbara's tuning in from Utah. We got Pamela from Wisconsin. Roberta's waving hi from Maryland. Hello, good to see you. AJ from Hull, UK. Oh, very cool. We're international today. Jerry from Tennessee. Vince says Las Vegas in the building. What is up, Las Vegas? Casey, this and that says here from Kansas City. Love your lives. Oh, thank you so much. You're too kind. There we go. There we go. Everybody's tuning in. We got Carol from Portland, Oregon, and then Purple Shenanigans from the Great Smoky Mountains. Amy from Florida. Everybody's tuning in today. I love it. I love it. So good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. By the way, if you do want to be notified anytime we have some awesome sales or special events going, you want to text the word HEAT to not 7, that's a different number, to 20198. At our church, we do digital giving, and so that number starts at 7. I get so many numbers mixed up because I'm always doing announcements there, and then I do announcements here. Anyway, today I forgot the number to Heat Press Nation, by the way. How's that for you, huh? Got total dad brain now. It's I've been saying that number almost every day for the past 6 years. Over 6 years, actually. And somehow today I forgot that number. Anyways, we're really excited to have everybody here. Thank you guys so much. Oh man, heart goes out to Dazzling D. She says, hi from hurricane-ravaged Florida. Watching from my phone, but I've got intermittent service. Man, heart goes out to you guys, man. All of our prayers are going out to everybody out there in Florida. It's a crazy situation, but honestly, I'm glad you're able to find some time for yourself. Hopefully you have a good time in this live. Whatever I can do to help make you smile, I'll do my best. Yeah, but anyway, so today we're talking about legends, myths, and scary stories. If you have any questions, I'm gonna leave this open. If you have any questions about anything that we're talking about, feel free, comment it, because I love the interactions. So if you have a question about something that we're doing today, let me know. Okay. Oh, by the way, I do want to mention the sweepstakes. If you guys have been following me every week, you know that we had a giveaway earlier this month. So the sweepstakes for the 15 by 15 inch signature series heat press has closed. The sweepstakes is over. We drew our winner, but you guys, the winner has been contacted. And if you're the winner, your initials are JC. I can't say their full name because they haven't responded to us yet. You guys, the winner, your initials are JC. If your initials are JC, do yourself a favor. Go check your inbox, check your spam folders, make sure you don't have an email. We want to give you a free heat press, but we're still waiting. So yeah, the winner has been contacted. We haven't had them claim it yet. So I don't know, if your initials are JC, do yourself a favor. Go check your inbox, please. And then, oh yeah, that's another thing I do want to mention. Black Friday is coming up, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Now, Black Friday, our big Black Friday sale is actually closer than you think, because we start our sale the week before Black Friday. And then we run it through like Cyber Monday. So our Black Friday sale lasts like 2-3 weeks almost. Really exciting times. We got lots of stuff going on sale. So if you want to be notified, if you want to be the first to know when we drop our new sale items, be sure you're following us. Make sure you sign up for the email newsletter, or even better, sign up for the text notifications. Now, I just gave you that info a few minutes ago, but I'll put it up there again. I'll put it up there. Alex, our director, is going to put it up there. You're going to text the word HEAT to 20198. You do not want to miss out on the Black Friday sale. I don't even know what's going on sale exactly, but I know it's going to be dope because every year it's our best sale of the year. You won't find any better deals than during our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. So don't miss out on that. And yeah, I feel like I talk a lot. So welcome. If you're just tuning in, if you're running a little late, don't worry. We have some cool stuff coming for you today. We're talking about legends, myths, and scary stories. It's super exciting. I love this because, dude, I'm all about the seasons. All about the seasons. And I don't like horror movies, but I do like scary stories. So let's get into it. All right. Our first scary story. And these are scary stories, by the way, that I've either experienced myself personally, my customers on the phone have told me these scary stories, or in the group we've heard these scary. So these are all based on true scary stories, oftentimes from multiple sources. So our first scary story. I hope you guys can hear that. Our first scary story is you pressed the wrong name and number combination on a jersey. I've seen this one in the Facebook group, and I actually did this myself. And whose jersey did I mess up? I messed up my boss's brother. Yeah, that's right. I have an actual boss. You know what's funny is some people think I own this place. I wish. No, I met my boss's brother. I did hit the jerseys for his kid's soccer team. And I messed up a name and number, and they had to bring it back. And see, here's the thing. It wasn't on a t-shirts. They had these expensive blank jerseys. I want to say each jersey, just the blank, was around like $30-something. And dude, I did not want to pay the extra jersey. So yeah, it was kind of scary. I had the wrong number. And then of course I looked dumb because it's like, they gave me the list of all the names and numbers. I just messed it up somehow. So I looked dumb, and then honestly, it's kind of scary. You know, I wasn't gonna get fired for it. It's a side job, but like still, you know, your boss's family, you want to impress them, you want to do a good job. Thankfully, I got this little pal over here. This is my buddy. This is my friend. This is Albachem VLR. You see the price there on your screen right there. You can, again, if you want to purchase this, you want links to any of the stuff I'm talking about today, head on over to heat.press/live. So Albachem, in a quick summary, what you do is if you press something wrong, you just sprinkle the Albachem on it, and it dissolves the adhesive on the garment, allowing you to peel off the vinyl, and then after it dries, you can repress a new thing. So when you're working with expensive like a $30 soccer jersey, you don't exactly have spares laying around. It's much easier to just replace, you know. So what did I do? I pulled off the number, put the right number on there, and it was good. It was all finished. So yeah, so it was kind of scary, but yeah, thankfully Albachem was there to save the day. Okay, our next scary story. And okay, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I went like way over time, so I'm gonna kind of blast through these here. Scary story number 2. Dun, dun, dun. You attempted to sublimate onto a Walmart ceramic mug. Okay, this one's not mine. This is a customer of mine. They called in. They're like, hey, your heat press sucks. No, they didn't say that, but I'm kind of embellishing for the sake of the scary story. They're like, hey, your heat press is terrible. Your printer is terrible. It's not transferring onto these mugs. And I was like, okay, well, let's dial it back a little bit. Can you send me a picture? So they emailed me a picture and I'm like, dude, that does look pretty terrible. Like, I don't know, I'm like, okay. So I brought up their order and I saw they had ordered the Sawgrass SG500. They had ordered the Signature Series mug press, but I didn't see an order for the mugs. So I had to ask them, I was like, hey, I don't see an order of mugs. What kind of mugs are you using? And then it came out, it was all clear as crystal right there. They were like, oh yes, I use these Walmart mugs that I like. I'm like, oh, dude. No wonder. So it was a little scary at first. I'm not gonna lie, because somebody, I love this company. I'm proud of the products that we sell. So somebody comes at me and they're like, hey, your stuff sucks. And I'm like, wait, no, it doesn't. This is good stuff. So I was a little nervous, until I finally found out what the root cause was. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, so what's the solution there? You have to be using sublimation blanks. Unfortunately, you can't sublimate onto just any random item. The items that you're sublimating do have to have a special coating, and that's how they get the sublimation transfer. So, once they explained that, we ordered them a pack of, I forget what mugs we sent them, but sublimation mugs. And then they followed up with an email like, oh yeah, it looks much better now. I'm like, yeah, no, duh, it looks much better now. No shade to the customer. You probably don't even remember. It was a while back, yeah. By the way, if you have any questions about anything, I got the iPad here. Please feel free to drop your questions here in the chat. I love it. Jen Cotton Realtor is asking, can you use that after you have tried to remove the vinyl and washed it to remove what is left? Yeah, you can. So typically with the VLR, it's gonna work best if you use it immediately after your mess up. In my case, this was already a few days after the fact. I had turned in the job and they're like, hey, you got this number wrong. And I was like, oh shoot. So it was already a few days. Thankfully, it came out just fine. You are gonna get different levels so the longer the item goes, especially if it's already been washed, you're gonna have varying levels of results when you use the VLR to remove the vinyl. But it's worth a shot. So this is not something that I would recommend ordering when you have a problem. This is something, it's only $27. It ships for free. This is something that you keep in your shop at all times. So that way when the problem happens, it's like insurance, man. It's $27 and then you just keep it there in your shop in case you ever need it. So that way, if something does come back, it's right there ready to rock and roll. The sooner you get on removing the vinyl, the easier it's gonna peel. We have videos on how to use this. So for example, one of the big tips is if some of the residue is still on the garment, instead of dousing the garment, you douse the garment and a rag and you try to rub it away. There's lots of cool tips that we have those on our YouTube channel, which by the way, if you're not subscribed yet, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, por favor. It really means a lot to me. Okay, so anyways, moving on to more scary stories. I don't think I have a very scary voice, by the way. I try to scare my nephews and nieces and dude, they just laugh at me. So I'm doing my best to have a scary voice for you guys, all right? Problem 3. Now this is a combination of a few different incidences, but I kind of summed them all up into one. We made 20 shirts and all of the graphics were crooked. Whoa. Yeah, so dude, this is really scary. So whenever you have a job for a customer, right? And maybe it's a business, right? Uniform, especially if it's for a uniform, uniforms have to look uniform. What does that mean? Is if you're doing, let's say, so this is a Heat Press Nation t-shirt, one of a kind, or one of 4. By the way, side note, this is Caesar Easy Weed Stretch, made this shirt in 2019. So this is a 3-year-old shirt. And I don't know about you, I think it looks plush. Anyways, so when you're making uniforms, your spacing and alignment has to be uniform. There's nothing scarier than some of them being up here, some of them being over the belly, some of them being crooked, some of them being misplaced. Dude, if you're offering them to a business, the placement has to be uniform. And please let it be straight, because let's say you're making t-shirts for a coffee shop. Nobody's gonna want, their business is gonna look dumb if everything's crooked. If all their t-shirts are a little bit off and you have to tilt your head to see it right, that business is gonna look dumb. They're not gonna wanna look dumb. So if you make them look dumb, they're gonna come back, they're gonna get on your Yelp, they're gonna get on your Instagram and be like, yo, you're whack, bro. So make your products look good so your customers can look good so they'll be happy to come back and do more business. How do we do this? With a T-square it. So this particular problem with misaligned graphics, uneven placement can all be solved with a T-square it. We have videos on how to use this, again, on our YouTube channel, but in short, it has this slider bar and it's clear so you can see your transfer underneath. This goes like on top of your transfers. And the reason why it slides is so you could make sure that your graphics are all equally distanced from the neck. The other thing that this does is it helps you measure and make sure things are aligned, straight, and centered. Now, eventually, and you've heard me say this live before, eventually your eyes, after doing hundreds, thousands, however many shirts, your eyes are gonna get trained to be pretty good at identifying center and straight. Until that point, if you're just starting out, get yourself a T-square. We actually bundle it together with the logo grid it, which is, if you're doing like left chest pocket placements, this is indispensable. You do not want to be caught without this. This is gonna get you that uniform placement so that way everything looks good. Again, so your customers look good and you look good. By the way, I just want to remind you guys, we're giving away a $50 gift card to someone here live. So if you're watching live, you have a chance to win. Just stick around to the end of the broadcast. I'll be giving away a $50 gift card live. And then if you're in our Facebook group, hopefully you saw it. In our Facebook group, Ronnie, so you're gonna wanna look for a post from Ronnie, the group moderator. She put out a post asking you to share your scary stories. And I'm gonna pick my favorite at the end of the broadcast. Okay, we got any questions left? I just love this comment. Michelle W says, I bought my setup from them and it's top notch. Yes, yes, thank you. Let's see. Roberta says, I bought an HPN mug tumbler press right before I had to urgently go to AZ. I can't wait to get it open and start making things with it. Yes, yeah, I love making stuff. Okay, Andrea's asking, and this is kind of on point, I want to get back to the scary stories right now. Andrea's asking, actually we got two of kind of a similar question. Andrea says, what's the best but less expensive type of heat press for shirts? And then Twist Dude says, what type of heat press do you recommend starting out? I love right now, like my most commonly recommended heat press is the Craft Pro 15 by 15 inch heat press. I love it because it has a slide out bottom drawer. What that means is the part where you put your t-shirt on, you know, you put it in your heat press, right? It slides out to you, so that way you're not reaching in under the heating element, burning yourself. The Craft Pro's $539.95. Last I checked this morning, it's $539.95, ships for free. And that's what I highly recommend. Okay, back to our scary story. Scary story number 4. And this one, okay, this one I've heard many, many times. I bought a heat press from Amazon at a cheap price. And on the 31st day, it didn't turn back on. Yes, yes, we've heard this a lot. And I'm so sorry. I'm smiling, but like I'm sad. Like I'm smiling, but I'm really sad. No, I really do get bummed out when customers purchase things that don't work. Now, we say Amazon, dude, trust me, we can't hurt Amazon. They're a trillion, whatever, billions of dollars. Jeff Bezos isn't crying because I'm talking bad about Amazon. I'll just put it that way. But yeah, it happens a lot. So with Amazon, they have like a really good 30-day return period. But if your press goes down after that 30-day return period, you are pretty much out of luck. Most heat press sellers, and when I say most, I mean like 99%, they don't offer any sort of after purchase support. So again, if you're Amazon press, you're kind of rolling the dice. If it works great, that's great. I'm happy for you. And if it doesn't work great after your return period, it's scary because you are stuck with a big fat paperweight. Because again, the Amazon sellers, they don't have replacement parts for those machines. They don't have technical support for those machines. It's rough, man. It's rough. And so we do get that call a lot. I've talked to a lot of people who they've called Heat Press Nation after their Amazon press breaks down and they can't return it. And I mean, I'm happy to sell you a heat press, but I do feel kind of bad. I don't like when people waste money. So anyways, what's the solution for that? You're gonna wanna purchase your heat press from a reputable dealer like Heat Press Nation. We have a really solid 45-day return policy. We also offer a 1-year parts and labor warranty, free lifetime technical support, and we even give you the opportunity to extend your manufacturer's warranty, Heat Press Nation, for up to 4 years. That means you can have warranty coverage on your heat press for up to 4 years. 1 year is included for free, but you could pay a little extra, get up to 4 years. And trust me, that's really helpful, especially if you're 3 years into working with your heat press and something happens, you need to replace this, replace that. We got you covered. We got you covered, so yes. Okay, and our last scary story. This one's fun. This one's fun. Our final scary story. I don't know why I'm talking like Batman. He's not scary. Layering 3 colors of HTV and forgot to put a cover sheet during the last press. And lo and behold, it was upside down. I think we forgot the upside down part on the note. Upside down. Okay, so here's why that is terrible. And it's happened before. And this is a double scary story. The first part, the reason why it scares, you're layering something, you're doing it, boom, 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 things look good, and your final layer, instead of pressing it onto the shirt, you accidentally put it upside down and it presses to the press. Now, if you have a cover sheet, like this pro-grade non-stick sheet, that wouldn't be an issue. Like, even if you did put it wrong, this is why we always use a cover sheet, instead of pressing your press, you would just press your cover sheet. And because this is non-stick, you could scrape it, wipe it clean, and then this is still gonna be reusable. You don't have to worry about anything sticking to your heat press. Now, if this happens to you though, and not only did you put your transfer on upside down, but you also forgot your cover sheet, this happens, you're gonna end up pressing your heat press, and that is I'm trying to think of a family-friendly word. That is terrible to clean. It is horrible. I do not enjoy cleaning transfers off of my hot plate on the heat press. We do have a solution for that. This is called Easy Off. It's very affordable. I think this is like $12 or something like that. Ships for free. This is Easy Off. This is designed to clean things off of the hot surface of your heat press. We have videos that show you how to use it, and even in the videos, I've done this live too, by the way. I've actually heat pressed something wrong on the press, cleaned it off live. It's a drag, dude. It's whack. I hate having to clean stuff off of my heat press. It's a pain in the butt. If you're in the middle of a production job, you're gonna have to pause everything. You're gonna have some production downtime while you clean off your heat press. So first things first, always use a cover sheet, please. It's worth the extra 3 seconds per press to use a cover sheet. And if you don't, again, this, like the VLR, this is not something that you buy when you need it. This is something that you buy just to have it. Again, I had it upside down, sorry. This is like $9 or $10 or $12, something like that. Something like that. It's pretty affordable. Ships for free, and you just want to have it in the event that you do accidentally get something on your press. You can clean it off with ease using Easy Off. Okay, let me see if we have any more questions here. Ah, darn, I have bad news. Okay, so Carol Wood is asking, she says, I love your two-tone mugs. Do you offer a variety pack of colors? I would love to purchase a variety pack rather than a case of 36 of the same color. I do apologize. We don't have a variety pack of that, I'm sorry. We just have them, in the case by the color. Let me see, any questions here? Oh man, Missy Lai says, what is scary is when you sublimate 25 shirts and forgot to leave a transfer sheet on the front before pressing back, and the front image, oh no, I'm combining two, sorry. Missy says, what is scary is when you sublimate 25 shirts and realize afterward that they're 100% cotton and going to rinse off. Goodbye to my ink supply and many shirts. Oh, dude, that's heartbreaking, yes. And then I had accidentally started to read the next one. Amanda Murkov says, pressed a shirt on front and back and forgot to leave transfer sheet on the front before pressing the back. And the front image melted. Oh, dude, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I have a few more to get through. Okay, so that's gonna do it for our scary stories. And right? Yeah, I'm gonna skip through a couple of these because we have a few myths that we want to cover. So now heat press myths, these are, sometimes it's like misinformation. I mean, when we say myths, and we're trying to theme this episode to be, spooky, so we're saying scary stories and myths. But these myths, honestly, it's just a lot of misinformation that we see out there in the forums, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Reddit. Like there's some funky, misinformation that gets put out there, and we want to settle a few of these today. So the first one is this myth: everyone is selling Disney stuff on Etsy. Disney must be okay with it if they're not shutting everyone down. That's a myth. Or another common myth on the same vein is, well, it's just for personal use, so it's not bad. It's not infringement if it's for personal use. No, if you do not have the express licensing or permission from the intellectual property holder or owner, you're infringing. Sorry, I know. Look, trust me, I've made my own Dodgers t-shirt, and yeah, I infringed. I repent, Mr. Dodgers organization, sir. Forgive me. I'm sorry. It doesn't make it right. Just because, and trust me, I've been on Etsy, dude. Like, there's hundreds, possibly even thousands of people selling Disney t-shirts with the Mickey Mouse head, which is like one of the most trademarked, protected, graphics you could possibly have. Look, I get it. People sell Disney. It doesn't make it right. And if you do so, first of all, you're infringing. I don't care who you are. Sorry. I don't know where your moral compass lies on that, but you're infringing. Second of all, dude, you don't want to be the one person that does get caught, because Etsy attaches itself to your social security number. Once you get banned from Etsy, you're done, dude. Like, you can't reopen, you can't reopen your shop. That's it. You're banned. So to me, it's not worth losing the account, losing the platform. I would hate to get deplatformed from Etsy. So yeah, just because everyone's doing it doesn't make it right. Number two, and this one kind of goes along with what I just talked about. You don't need to use a nonstick cover sheet. That's just something HPN sells to you so they can make money. Duh, we're a business. Businesses make money, fool. But so of course we make money. But look, this is real, dude. This has saved me several times. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it that much anymore because I'm a pro. I've literally pressed thousands and thousands of shirts. So I'm pretty good about not getting stuff on my upper platen. That being said, if you're just getting started, you're still getting into this, you're gonna want a cover sheet. It pays for itself, trust me. With one mess up, the time you save in just wiping this clean versus cleaning off your heat press, trust me, it's worth it. And then also you could use this for like layering. It just helps keep things protected. When you're layering HTV, you do want to have a cover sheet. So no, this is not just some random, this is not a scam. I've heard some people refer to this as like, oh no, it's just a scam. Yeah, use parchment paper, I don't care. The problem with parchment paper is that you have to use a new sheet every few presses. This is reusable. This one's all beat up because we've used it like hundreds and hundreds of times. You should be able to get about 1,000 presses off of each non-stick sheet. So yeah. Oh, here's the myth that I absolutely despise. In fact, Joe, my buddy Joe from Caesar, did a whole video on this myth. And the myth is, press your HTV hotter, longer, and harder so it will come out better. You guys, you don't have to do this. You do not, the instructions are there for a reason. I've seen every variant, by the way. It's like, Caesar Easy Weed, it presses at 305 degrees, 10 to 15 seconds, medium pressure. I've heard some people say, oh, well, my Easy Weed, I really want it to stick. So I press it for 30 seconds at 350 degrees at the maximum pressure. And it's just like, dude, you're doing way too much. And for a while, I didn't know why this was bad. I just felt that it was bad. And then Joe from Caesar, he puts out this video and it's like, oh, duh, that's why. So what happens is, if you press it for too long, because the adhesive liquefies when it's heat pressed. That's what allows it to embed onto the garment, right? When you overpress it, the adhesive can seep into the shirt, and then if it's there too long, it'll seep through the shirt. So now the front and back of your shirt are getting stuck together, but now there's not that much adhesive between the vinyl and the shirt because the shirt absorbed it all. So you're actually getting worse transfers if you overpress it. And to me, I thought that was just like the funniest, most ironic thing. Like, oh, you're actually making it worse by overpressing, not better. Yeah, so that one's That one's pretty crazy. Laura Wright King is asking, can you use a Teflon sheet in place of the nonstick sheet? So Teflon is a trademarked word, trademarked by the DuPont company, who I don't like, because there's this movie, I forget what it's called now. It has Mark Ruffalo. A good movie, talks about how they're bad people. But anyways, they trademarked the word Teflon, so we can't use it. That's why we call this a non-stick sheet. It's basically the same thing, but again, we're not allowed to use the word Teflon when describing our products. So non-stick, same thing. Okay, here's an interesting comment. Now I'm not gonna say it by name. A comment here says, Cricut pays Disney for their designs. So the Cricut Disney designs are okay to use and sell. I'm gonna have to add a correction to that. The Cricut designs are okay for personal use. If you check out the licensing for all of the Cricut designs, the Disney ones that you pay for, those are all gonna be licensed for personal use. They are not licensed. Unless something changed in like the past, I just researched this, I wanna say a couple of weeks ago. Unless something's changed in the past few weeks, those Cricut designs, they're not for resale. They're not for commercial use. Personal use is when you make stuff for yourself, family, friends, things you give away. Commercial use is anytime you resell an item. So those ones, you're right, the Cricut does have Disney stuff that you could purchase, but that's gonna be for personal use, not for resale. Okay, there we go. Valentina is asking, is it true that you should not use the Teflon sheet, but only parchment paper on sublimation due to moisture? It's a great question. I prefer parchment paper for sublimation because it's disposable. So while I use this for vinyl all day long, all day, every day. For sublimation, I do use parchment paper because with sublimation, as I'm sure you guys who've sublimated know, the outgassing, sometimes the ink, it like seeps out the side. And so the parchment paper will actually catch it and absorb it, so none of it gets on your heat press. And then you just throw it away when you're done. With this, if this catches your sublimation dye ink, you could wipe it off, you can clean it off, but that's just a hassle. To me, it's much faster. My process is faster when I'm using sublimation with, when I'm using parchment paper with sublimation. Okay, they're telling me to hurry up here. By the way, I have 2 separate $50 gift cards to give away at the end of this broadcast, so be sure you're sticking around. I'm gonna give one away live here on YouTube, and then I'm gonna give another one away on to one of our Facebook group members. So if you're in our Facebook group, you've probably saw the post already. Hopefully you've commented. And if you're not, can we put the group up there? It's heat.press/FB group. That's gonna be the quick way to find our group, or you could just go onto Facebook and look up the groups. Look for Heat Press Nation Creators. That's the name of our group. We're going strong. We're pushing 40,000 people, believe it or not, which is really awesome. And I'm very excited. So, okay, moving on to the myths. Okay, myth number 4. You can't make money with sawgrass because the ink is so expensive. Look, I get it. You know, some of us like to pay for quality things. Some of us like to pay for things. Sawgrass ink is not the cheapest ink out there, but, don't let anybody lie to you and say you can't make money with it. And the reason for that is that your customers pay for the ink. I'm gonna say it one more time. You don't pay for your ink. Your customers pay for your ink. And what do I mean by that? For every coffee mug that I sell, part of that money that I get, it's a business, customers, they give me money, I give them things. So they give me money for the mug, for the completed mug, and a portion of that money gets put away for when I need to buy more ink. So typically for a mug, really you're only using about anywhere from like 15 to 30 cents average. Some mugs, if you're just like loading it with colorful bleed, blah, 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 this crazy stuff, you're maybe 50 cents, 75 cents is really pushing it. So what do? I just take $1 from every mug. And it might sound like a lot. I take $1 for every mug, and nah, that's a lie. I don't. I should be taking $1. I do like 50 cents. I don't know. You put away a portion, depending on what you're doing, put away a portion of each sale for when it's time to re-up on your ink. And so that way, by the time you've gone through your ink, you have enough dollars to purchase a replacement ink cartridge. Again, it only hurts if you're not putting away money in advance. Yeah, $77 a cartridge it hurts if you've not put away any money for ink, you know, and that's just the truth of it. So, and this is just kind of like, hey, you're business owners, you're running a business, you gotta be just a little bit, if you run your ship a little bit tighter, trust me, the pain goes way down. If you add a little bit of, and this, look, I'm not trying to like judge or like, you know, like throw shade at anybody. But the truth is, when you're running a business, the tighter you can discipline yourself with running the ship, the smoother it's gonna sail, baby. So yeah. Okay, next myth. And this is gonna be our last myth before the giveaway. The next myth is, me and my heat press can't compete with the big screen shop down the street. Why am I rhyming? I feel like a witch would have put that curse. You and your heat press shall not compete with the big screen shop down the street. Now later on, we'll smell my feet. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, the truth is that there's certain things that you cannot compete with them on, but there's also certain things where you will beat them. And what do I mean by that? You can beat them on all of their small quantity jobs. Most screen print shops these days, and I don't know why I'm getting like hot, so beg your pardon, everybody. Hopefully they could edit this out because it's kind of gross, but yeah. Scary things make me sweaty, I don't know. Yeah, so the truth is that the screen print shop down the street, they very likely have an order minimum of about 2 to 3 dozen. Depends on the shop. They're gonna have an order minimum of about 2 to 3 dozen. So anybody who goes there that gets turned away because they need 4 shirts, 5 shirts, the small family going on vacation, they need 4 family vacation t-shirts. That's you. So the truth is that the screen print shop cannot compete with you on certain jobs. Now, another thing that you have access to is called Supercolor. Now, what Supercolor is for any quantity of 10 or more, you could order pre-made screen transfer. So you don't even have to buy your own printing equipment. You don't have to invest in the white toner, the DTF. You don't have to invest in any of that equipment. You just purchase the transfers on demand as you bring in the jobs. And that does allow you to compete even on the bulk jobs with the screen print shops. Now, what's cool about Supercolor is there's no limitation on colors. So in fact, some customers who have like an 8-color job might get turned away from the screen shop, because remember, screen shops will charge you a setup fee per color. So if your average setup fee is around $20 to $40, let's call it 25, right? If you have an 8-color shirt, that's a $200 setup fee. And you know, and then your cost per shirt also goes up a few cents for every color that you add. So not only are you paying the additional setup fee, you're paying the additional per shirt fee. With Supercolor, it doesn't matter how many you have unlimited colors on your transfers. So yes, you are able to compete with your local screen print shop. You just got to figure out at what points you're going to compete with them. Truth be told, single color shirts, like a 1-color graphic on a t-shirt, you probably can't compete with them on large quantity orders. If somebody needs like 50 shirts, single color, screen print shop's probably going to beat you there. If somebody wants 4 of those shirts, you're going to spank that screen shop all the way to the bank. And then the last thing, you may not be able to beat certain people at whoever it is. You may not be able to beat your competition on price all the time, but I guarantee you, you're able to be faster and nicer. Trust me, fast and nice goes a really, really long way in this industry, because usually you're dealing with like business people. Business people love things being fast and nice. Okay, and that's gonna do it for, oh yes, I'm missing that cue card. Put it somewhere. And lastly, we have one more, we have a legend. All right, this is where we have a little fun. There's one more legend that we wanted to talk about today at Heat Press Nation, and here is the legend. Somewhere out there is a magical supplier, and I'm reading it off the screen, that has amazing service, quality products, and a best price guarantee, and even offers free lifetime technical support. Where across all the lands shall we find this legendary supplier of heat press equipment? You guys, heatpressnation.com, man. I'm actually really happy to be able to work here, because there's not a lot of companies that stand behind their products, offer quality stuff, and just are really pro customer. So here at Heat Press Nation, we're all about you, ladies and gentlemen. We're really excited to be able to offer things to our customers that actually make you money. Man, I had one customer tell me that their heat press paid for their family's vacation. And to me, that's like so cool, because for them, it's just a side hustle. And it's like, dude, yes, side hustles, just paying for vacations. Heck yeah, it's really awesome. So yeah, here at Heat Press Nation, we do our very best to not be like, if you call our sales team, we try our best to not be like pushy. We're not gonna force you into something that's way out of your price range. We wanna get you into the best equipment for your specific situation. So if you have a question about heat presses, starting a t-shirt business, you can always give us a call at 800-215-0894. I remembered it. Or you can go online, heatpressnation.com. You can chat with the live representative online. So that's really cool. And yeah, you know, the legend is true. There is an awesome heat press supplier. Okay, I'm getting ready to give some stuff away. Real quick, I want to double check to see if we have any questions that I missed. I see Ronnie is kicking butt answering the I'm blocking my face, sorry. I see Ronnie is kicking butt answering questions. So that's really exciting. Okay. Just good comments. I love all these comments. Thank you guys so much, by the way. Alrighty. Oh, this is a good question. Sonia, sorry if I mispronounced that, is saying, what printer do I need for the Easy Color? I bought some to find out I can't use my sublimation printer or my inkjet. So Easy Color is Easy Color DTV, direct to vinyl, and that actually is compatible with your inkjet printer. So what I would do is get the model of your inkjet printer and email that to our technical support team. They can double check with you that your printer is compatible, that it is actually an inkjet printer. But yeah, Caesar Easy Color DTV was designed for inkjet printers. So if it's not coming out and you purchase your Easy Color from us, email us at support@heatpressnation.com. Email us with the model number of your printer. If you have a picture of your printout looking ugly or however it didn't come out, send us a picture of that too. It'd be really helpful. We'll be happy to get you squared away. You can also contact us at heat.press/support. Pamela is asking, where do you order the transfers if you have a larger order? Yes, we do offer Supercolor transfers here at Heat Press Nation. Supercolor is an awesome service where you upload your artwork through our site and they will print it out for you and send you back a stack of transfers that are ready to heat press to your garment. And so for that, you can go to heat.press/Supercolor. And Supercolor is spelled SUPACOLOR. So it's like super, but SUPA, Supercolor. Also, if you go to heatpressnation.com, you'll see in the top category, it'll say custom transfers. You can just go there and that'll take you straight to it. Okay, there we go. I'm looking for other questions here. Yeah, alrighty, well, awesome. So I think you guys are ready for a giveaway. So I'm gonna start with the Facebook giveaway while I wait for you guys to come through on YouTube. So on YouTube, here's how you're gonna win. I want you to share with me your best, and quick, because obviously, you know, we only have so much time here. Share with me your scariest heat press story. Did you accidentally press something backwards? Did you ruin somebody's transfer that they made for their grandma? Like, I don't know. Like, did your garbage Amazon press explode? Like, I have no idea. Share with me your scariest heat press related story, and I'm gonna read it live right now. So on YouTube, if you're on YouTube right now, comment away, do me a favor, share with me your scariest heat press story as quick as possible. We only got a few minutes here. And my favorite is going to win a $50 HPN gift card. We're gonna be emailing that to you. And while we wait for you guys to share your stories on YouTube, earlier today, my pal Ronnie asked everybody on Facebook to share their stories. So our Facebook group is, and you see it right there on screen, heat.press/FB group. So in our Facebook group, we had a few stories. My favorite, I'm gonna read that one first, and then I have a couple other ones that are pretty entertaining. We're gonna shout them out as an honorable mention. So here's the winner. The winner from Facebook is going to be Cat Lots, L-O-T-Z. Cat Lots, you are our winner. I'm gonna like your post right now because actually I'm gonna love it. Cat Lots. So Cat Lots says, and this is her winning scary story from our Facebook group. She says, when I first started out, I bought a cheap heat press off the internet. It's what I could afford at the time. One day I turned it on to preheat, and about 5 minutes later, I heard a loud pop. Turned around and there was smoke and flames coming from the press. Luckily, I never leave the room when I turn my presses on. And I always keep a fire extinguisher next to them. Talk about smart planning. Needless to say, I tossed that press and now I have one from HPN. Cat lots, that's the winning scary story because that's literally the worst possible scenario I can imagine for a heat press. Because like, dude, if the press is catching fire, like that could be your whole house. It's such a good thing. I'm so glad you were there in the room, able to put it out with your fire extinguisher. But that could have been super scary. So that's pretty scary. Thank God that she was able to get that extinguished. So yeah, Cat Lots, you're our winner. That is my favorite scary story from the Facebook group. I have a couple honorable mentions here. This one was the funniest. So I'm sorry, I don't got a prize for this one, but worth sharing. Tanaka says, probably about a year ago, I received a big order. I pressed about 10 shirts, then all of a sudden the press turned off. I was thinking, how am I gonna finish my order? It wouldn't turn back on. It was a smell, but I felt it was a normal smell for at least an hour. I would wait a while and attempt to turn it back on. I turned to YouTube and I assumed I wore out my heat press. Meanwhile, my son comes to help me find the name so I could order a new one, but I don't know what the brand is. Once he lifts it, we realized the plug had just come out of the back of the heat press. Blank stare. How did the scariest moment become the funniest? So, man, that is hilarious. Like, she thought her press was dead. She was ready to buy a new one. Picks it up to look at the back, finds out it's just unplugged. Plug just came a little loose. That's hilarious because that is very scary. Like, dude, you pay so much money, you want your press to work, doesn't work, and you're like, oh man. When stuff like that happens to me, I'm just like, oh, how much is this gonna cost me? And then that's hilarious. She just found out that it was unplugged. All right, so I'm gonna head on over to YouTube now, and I'm gonna start reading a few of them, but I will pick my winner in a second. So I'm just gonna read these. These are not yet the winners. I'm just reading a few of them out loud because I think they're funny or I think they're cool. I'm gonna pick my winner in a bit. So I'm gonna read a few. Just because I read it doesn't mean it's winning. These are funny. Oh my gosh. So Mike says, put a tumbler in my HPN press, got a phone call and walked away and forgot it. The paper on the tumbler decided to catch on fire, burned up my element, and destroyed my tumbler. Oh my gosh. Look, I've said it before, please do not leave your heat presses unattended, you guys. That's actually pretty scary, man. I'm assuming everything is okay, though. Alrighty, let's see. Oh man, this is terrible. Elliot says, the screw on top of my heat press snapped apart while I was in the middle of a big order. Almost burned myself. Had to get my husband's tools to kind of fix it to continue the order. Oh, geez, that's kind of scary. Creative Expressions and Gifts says, I spelled birthday wrong on a tee that was full of vinyl and rhinestones. It was spelled birthday. Dude, oh, that is a nightmare, man. I always like double, and I double and triple check every order, and I've still spelled things wrong, all right? Oh man, birthday, oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Pamela says, printed upside down and not mirrored on my way out the door for a plane to Disney World for my granddaughter's 3rd birthday at Magic Kingdom. Oh man, that sucks. She didn't even have time to fix it. I would imagine you probably showed up there, pulled out the shirt, and you're like, oh, bummer. Oh, that is a scary story. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read a few more scary stories and I'm gonna pick my winner here. Oh, Missy's repeating again, it's the 25 pink cotton shirts of death. I should have known better. Always take a moment to check your work before you plow through the whole job. Amen. Okay, we're gonna read a couple more and then I'm gonna pick my winner here. Let's see. Julie says, oh my God. Oh my God, that's so funny that you spelled it out like that. So I had a shirt I needed to do for my Marine son. He had just gotten here and party was about to start. So I was in a hurry and the DTV literally melted on the shirt, and the shirt was ruined. How hot were you pressing it? Oh man, but still melted stuff. Not a good look. Let's see. Oh boy. Dirt Bike Q says, I was using one from Craigslist and it caught fire. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. You know what's sad? I've seen a lot of these heat presses catching fire. You guys, buy some quality stuff. Get your stuff from Heat Press Nation, man. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna read through a couple more, and then I'm gonna pick a winner here. Brian says, LOL, the mouse pad I'm using was an oops where the tape moved over the sublimation print. So I have a white tape line on the mouse pad. Just, there's no fixing that. That mouse pad is now trash. That's funny. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lorraine says, melted some makeup bags together closed because I didn't put a Teflon sheet inside. Yes, some of those bags, because of the material, if you don't put in a separator, the two sides, the front and back, they'll actually stick together. I did that when testing one out. That's hilarious. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. Okay, guys, another story why I need to use a cover sheet, parchment paper, whatever it is. Precious Pieces says, forgetting to cover sublimation image before pressing. So the images was on the plate. So when I pressed the next shirt, the image from the plate was on my other shirt. Oh my gosh, that's why we always cover it. Basically, she's saying that the transfer got imprinted onto the plate, and because that ink, it's still inky, on the next shirt, imprinting it, next shirt, imprinting it. Oh man, that is a bummer. Excuse me. Okay. All right, I feel like I'm going through all these. I see more coming in. I only have so many times, so I'm gonna read another one here, and then I'm gonna pick my favorite. Katie says, pressed over 50 shirts and tees for a local company. After 27 proofs and the okay to press, 27 proofs, geez. After the delivery, they tell me it's spelled wrong. Fixed it for customer service and won't forget that company. Oh my gosh. That's a tough one because even if I spell something wrong and my customer approves it, it's like, well, whose fault is it? Like, I spelled it wrong, but you're the ones who looked at it really close and said that it was good to print. That's a tough one. Honestly, I give you mad respect for fixing it on your dime. Man, 50 shirts, dude, that's a bummer. Also, 27 proofs. Jeez Louise. I would have gotten frustrated after 3, if we're being honest. Okay, what else do we got? What else? I got one. These are really funny. I'm sorry, I'm having a good time. I'm going to announce a winner right now. Okay, last one, then I'm going to pick my winner. Carolyn says, I wish I could show you the cup. I sublimated a 20-ounce tumbler and the image was upside down. I still use it because it's a Mean Girls burn book design. Oh, that's funny. Hey, you know what? I have trash tumblers. I just keep them around. They're good. Some people said that you can actually do like I think it's enamel, or no, epoxy. You can epoxy over, if you have sublimation mugs that are garbage, they're trash, don't trash them. You can epoxy over them and they're still useful. Okay, so that's, oh my gosh, I've done this before, but I didn't get a burn. Mike says 2nd-degree burns because I grabbed a mug that was just taken out and did it with my bare hand. There's a clip on one of our old lives where I grabbed a tumbler right out of the press and I burnt myself because there was a cold one right next to it that we had done before we went live, but I accidentally grabbed the freshie and that one burned. Okay, YouTube, thank you guys so much. There's so many awesome, hilarious stories, but I think my favorite, which one did man, these are so good. I don't know. My favorite scary story. What the heck? Okay, sorry. What in the world? The upper eye says the press opened, but the arm cut his hand open and there was blood everywhere. Talk about a scary story. What the, what happened? Maybe like a sharp edge somewhere that they didn't see? Oh my gosh, okay. There's lots more here. I just kind of picked some of my favorites. These are really awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Although, if I had to pick one, you know what? There's not really one best one. So let's see. I think it's gonna be, where we go. Oh, okay, this one, I know I was saving this one. Nope. Man, these are so good. So good. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find a favorite here. You know what? I'm just gonna have to do a little scroll, and I'm just gonna scroll through, and then whatever scary story comes up with, you guys are seeing this right here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and whichever scary story my finger lands closest to, I'm gonna have to pick it because, dude, there's so many good ones. So, and you see, okay, so I think I scrolled too far. Okay, let me try again. Scroll a little lower, a little higher. Alicia Taylor says, I accidentally pressed vinyl on the wrong side because it was white. That happens. That happens. Again, we've referenced pressing things wrong the whole time. So Alicia Tyler, you are our YouTube winner. Do me a favor. What's the email again to claim the prize? You're going to email, sorry, my bad. You're going to email us at winner@heatpressnation.com. Alicia Tyler, thank you so much. I had to pick one at random, guys. These stories were too darn good. Thank you guys so much for participating today. Again, we had our winner in the Facebook group, our winner live here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for sharing your scary stories. And I hope we don't have any more. You know, most of these mistakes, you make it once and hopefully you don't make it again. So yeah, so get your vinyl letter remover, your VLR, get your Easy Off, your cover sheets, use your parchment paper, folks. And I hope you guys have a very happy and safe time heat pressing. Don't forget, our big Black Friday sale is right around the corner. If you want to be notified, you could sign up for our email newsletter at heatpressnation.com, or you could text the word heat to 20198. You're going to get text notifications for our big sale. That's going to be awesome. I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget, we're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're at Heat Press Nation. And yeah, we're going to have more giveaways next week. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. So yes, holidays, they're here. They're here. We got all the cool holidays coming up. So if you want chances to win cool stuff, be sure to join us live every week. We're on around 1 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, that's enough from me. I talk way too much, obviously. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys have a great day.